Gervonta Tank Davis redeemed as Isaac Cruz puts to rest a notion that Gervonta Davis does not have a good resume and has never beaten an elite fighter. That is absolutely washed now as after the results of Isaac Cruz versus Rolly Romero. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back. Great night of fights last night, not the least of which was a absolutely terrific performance by Isaac Pitbull Cruz, who in his very first fight at 140 pounds becomes the WBA world champion by beating up Rolly Romero. Now, there was a lot of people that would say that Gervonta Davis has never beat an elite fighter. If you tell me that Isaac Cruz is not an elite fighter, I have got to wonder what sports you've been watching for the majority of your life. That young man can absolutely fight. He is absolutely a top level, very, very dangerous, very skilled fighter. And he proved it in that ring with Rolly Romero. Now, before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we release more videos. Hey, and if you got a problem with my take on something, you can leave a comment. If you like it, leave a comment. Definitely, if you like it and agree, leave a comment. And also, if you want to talk to me directly, you can always send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. Facebook, not so much, but Instagram and Twitter for sure. I will respond to your messages that you send me. Also just want to thank everybody. Matty Yo, Jay Miltz. Thank you guys so much for the support and the super thanks of videos like this. But let's get into the details of this because people keep talking crazy about Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is one of the best fighters in the world. He has fought at the highest level of the sport for years now. But because there's a large group of people that don't like the PBC and another group of people that are riding up Devin Haney's backside, they all come together to claim that Gervonta Davis has never beat anybody in his career, despite having beat Leo Santa Cruz, who's a 4-division champion, despite having beaten Jose Pedraza, who was a 2-division champion, and now having beaten three guys that won titles after Gervonta Davis beat him. Let me repeat that because that's a significant figure. 3 fighters who became world champions after Gervonta Davis beat them. The first is Jose Pedraza, who Gervonta Davis beat very early in his career, knocked out Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza at the time was one of the best 130 pounders. He moves up to 135 and he becomes a world champion at 135. I don't understand how a 2-division world champion is not an elite fighter. The next one, you may not like it, but Rolly Romero moved up and got a world championship against Ismael Barrosa. You may not like it, but it happened. So that's 2. Then Isaac Cruz moves up in his first fight at 140 and dominates Rolly Romero, knocks Rolly Romero out, stops Rolly Romero, and that's the 3rd one. There's a 4th one. If you want to consider titles, he fought Mario Barrios at 140 and took his WBA world title. Mario Barrios moves up and becomes the WBC interim titleist and beats Yordanis Ugas at 147, is now one of the top 147 pound fighters. That's a lot of world-class fighters this guy is beaten to never have touched an elite one. But the performance of Isaac Cruz just put that to rest. Isaac Cruz, I'm telling you right now, is a very dangerous fight for any one of those guys at 140 pounds. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, or Subriel Matias. I would not be surprised if Isaac Cruz could beat any one of those guys. I would not be surprised if Isaac Cruz beats Devin Haney. I wouldn't be surprised if he beats Teofimo Lopez, or that he would beat Subriel Matias. Because that dude right there is, first of all, he's a spark plug, looks very, very strong at 140 pounds, and his defense is super underrated. His ability to cut off the ring is super and make you engage and make you fight the entire time, and his chin, super underrated. The fact that Gervonta Davis beat that dude on that short of notice, and that really that easily with one hand, displaying boxing skills, fighting on the back foot, man, you guys better stop this nonsense about this guy Gervonta Davis never having beaten anybody. Because at this point in time, it's just bananas. While you got other people who, matter of fact, I would love to see Isaac Cruz. Now, Isaac Cruz is at 135, is not at 135 anymore. I would love to see Isaac Cruz fight Vasily Lomachenko. Love to see that fight. Love to see what Isaac Cruz would do with them body shots, those body shots, as Vasily Lomachenko tries pivots or punching in between those things. When you're very, very his shots when he has such a tight shell and he's so quick reacting to it. Now, I'm not saying I would know that he would beat Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko is a great, great fighter. But you better believe it. I think he can do as good a job as Devin Haney did with him, and as good a job about as good a job, if not the same job, that Teofimo did with him. Man, I'm telling you, man, these guys, this consistent thing about tearing down people's resumes or reputations to build up other people's resumes or to build up other people's reputation, man, it's really, really over the top. That guy, Isaac Cruz, is a top level fighter. And we're going to see who actually wants to get in the ring with him. Also, mighty funny that people, and this is something that I noticed on Twitter. I'm not saying anybody specifically listening to this video did this. However, I did put up a post on Twitter where I said, hey, can we put to rest this idea that Gervonta Davis has never beaten a world-class fighter? And people said, yeah, because Isaac Cruz won the fight. Now, do not come into my comment section, or at least talking to me, saying all of a sudden you think Isaac Cruz beat Gervonta Davis, when the fact of the matter is, when people were even talking about, Calvin Ford was talking about rematching Isaac Cruz, it was not a good fight. Oh, no, we don't want to see that. We already know the outcome. But when the fight was over, people were saying, oh, I think Isaac Cruz won. I think he exposed Gervonta Davis, exposed. But then when Gervonta Davis's camp, his trainers start talking about rematching him. Oh, no, that's not a good fight. He's not an elite fighter. And then now that he beat Rolly Romero, and it's very clear he's an elite fighter, that, oh no, he lost. They go back to he lost the fight again. Anyway, you cut it, man. Gervonta Davis beat that dude. He beat that dude with one hand. He beat him on short notice. And that guy is going to be a world of trouble for anybody in that division, because he's got a chin. He's got a granite chin. And these dudes, and he's such a pressure fighter, and those shots are coming from such funny angles. He'll even throw them straight every once in a while. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. I'm looking forward to hear what you have to say in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.